¿Cómo está Las Vegas? And welcome to Face the Tribune with the legendary Rolando Laurent. I am your co-host, Chris Garcia. It is another beautiful day to be an American and be alive. And once again, if you are not afraid to come in and face the Tribune and sit in the hot seat, we do not mind your political affiliation, but we will offer you some tough questions. And with that, Rolando, how are you feeling today?
I'm doing okay. I tell you, I was listening to a radio show. I'm not going to mention whose radio show and I tell you, I'm going to stop complaining about my accent because this guy is an American, born and raised here or in the Midwest or wherever he was born. And every time he talks, he do, I said, wow, I hope I don't sound like that. I have an accent, but I very, very positive. When I open my mouth, I know what I was going to say. Yes. These guys, they're supposed to be famous. They're supposed to be well-known and leaders and this and that, and they take 5 minutes to say one word, I couldn't believe that guy. I never hear him before, so I'm not going to, maybe tomorrow he do better, but, nothing that impressed me, It's like, I know, I get up in a bitchy mood today. I feel like thinking about everything. The Review Journal, man. And I don't understand how this Sheldon Adelson with all the money, and maybe that's why he got the money. Every time I open that newspaper, it is less quality. Now you open the page, and the page curl like one of those candy, the long candy that you get in the circus. It's gone like that. They got half a page in the front page. Half a page. Why? Now you call over there for any reason, and you gotta do the same thing than any other business than studying. Punch this, punch that, punch over here, punch over there, and by the time you finish punching, you've been knocked out because you've been punched too long. I can't believe that. And that's the way it is. It's windy today.
Yes.
It rained a little bit last night.
Yes.
It's supposed to rain tonight. And I think I'm going to have a day tonight. I don't know for sure. Because I don't feel like I don't feel like going out in the rain and the wind and everything else. And I only got one slice of toast. So, it's unbelievable. I can't handle that. So what do you guys do? I'm just kidding. I tell you, I went this morning. That's why I was kind of running late. I went to visit a relative of mine today, and she fixed me some, what do you call, that white stuff, that you put an egg on top and, what do you call that?
Cream of wheat.
Wheat. Yeah. I never eat that before.
It's good.
Yeah, it is. You like it? I know, it was okay. It was okay. And what's the other one that looks like it? No, I think it's a cream of wheat, yeah. Yeah, I think I saw the box on top of the counter. So anyway, what have you been doing?
I've been holding on to my wife and staying warm, man. It's been cold, and it's supposed to be 29 degrees tomorrow night. It's going to be
Are you serious? 29?
29 is the low tomorrow night with 40-mile-an-hour winds. It's going to be cold.
So what about tonight? What about tonight?
I do that every night. You know.
No, what about tonight?
Oh,
What was
tonight,
going to be the weather?
40 degrees tonight.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's almost like in Canton, Ohio. You know, I used to walk from my hotel to the restaurant, and then I eat every night over there. It's a nice town. It used to be. I'm sure that by now it's like everywhere else.
That's where the football Hall of Fame is, right?
Yeah. Don't ask me where because I'm not a tourist, you know that. But I know I hear people talking about that.
Look at that. You don't think it's cold in Las Vegas, people, when you come in town? Bring a coat this weekend. It's going to be cold and windy outside. 29
Especially
degrees.
tomorrow, 29 degrees.
Tourists are going to be freezing on the street.
29 degrees, and it's going to be raining too?
Yes.
So that makes it double cold.
Yes. It's going to be cold this weekend. So if you're coming in town to Las Vegas this weekend to see our beautiful city, bring a coat or a sweater or something because it's going to be cold. A lot of tourists get caught on the strip. Have you noticed that?
They get caught,
man. Thinking it's always hot here. It's not always hot here. It gets cold in the wintertime here and very windy on the strip. It's like a wind tunnel up there. So make sure you bring something for your arms and bundle up the kids if you're bringing the kids because it's going to be very cold.
You know, I tell you, I was reading in the paper about the UNLV trying to be a centralized educational institution, and they talking about their rights. I don't know, maybe I'm not as intelligent and smart as I think I was, but isn't it right for everybody the same? You know, should everybody have the same right? Especially the ones that are American citizens, they are born and raised in this country. Don't they have rights anymore? You know, I mean, it's unbelievable how these people talking about rights, and they don't care about nobody else's rights.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
I couldn't believe it. I was listening. I was reading the paper last night, this morning. Well, I don't know, depending on what time you go to bed, you know. I was reading the paper at 4 o'clock in the morning, so I guess it is tonight. It is today, but last night for some people, you know. And they're talking about people have to understand that a student has rights. Yeah, so there's another group that is called, what do you call your radio show?
Conservative America.
Conservative students at UNLV. And they're trying to get an interview or an appointment with the director of the university.
They won't give him one.
They won't give him one, but they give it to the illegals. Well, these people have rights. Well, what about these other people? I mean, am I wrong, Chris?
No, you're absolutely right.
You know, it doesn't make any sense to me. You know, it's unbelievable how we let these people BS us. Yeah, everybody loves to hear the word rights. Right. Yeah, right. But what about the other rights? You know, it's not, it should not be that way. You know, everybody should have rights, and it is, it would be very nice if we all can respect each other, you know, but it's just, if you don't agree with me, you know, well, you are violating my rights, you know. But what about your rights?
Yes. I'm very worried about our country. I have been for a long time, and it almost seems like our country is just divided. It just doesn't seem like we're ever going to come together on anything. It's very divided, and, you know, they are doing everything they can to bring up something to stop Donald Trump from taking office. You know, that was your fear. You're always so far ahead than everybody else. I mean, you have so much more experience than everybody else. You said that he would be elected, but you also said you were afraid that they were going to try and do something to stop him from taking office, and they're trying to do everything they can. Everything.
I do.
Do you think that's a real possibility, Rolando? They're going to try and stop him from...
Everything is possible with a communist. And those people are, you know, they are socialists, they are liberals, they are communists. That's the word. Don't give them any other word, you know. Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, you know, all these people, they are enemies of the democracy. That's all it is. You know, and I would not be surprised. They make a big deal out of anything. This is the last press conference that President Obama is going to have before he leaves office. Well, so what? He got 6 more weeks to go. Unfortunately, 6 more weeks that we have to put up with him. And we are going to be worried about it. This is the last press conference. How do we know there's something more drastic happening tomorrow or the day before, or the day after, and he's going to have to address the country again? You know, I mean, don't. The media is really playing the game very, very well. You know, they are playing with all of us.
Yes.
And that's why I think it is so difficult for me, because I don't believe anything they said. It's so difficult for me. I'm a very, very, what do you call it, incredible? No, I don't believe anything.
Cynical.
Cynical, maybe I am cynical. You know, I'm a cynical Cuban, you know. But I don't see how this nation allow the mainstream media to insult them the way they do it every single day nowadays. Yeah. They're playing a game with everybody. Yeah. You know, they make a big deal out of everything. And if Trump say it's red, oh, Trump said it's red, but it's not red yet. It's going to be red, but it's not yet. And who did he know? Who did he working with? You know, I mean, and there you go. Everybody else follow the red tragic, you know. And now they try to blame him because they said that Russia changed the votes, no? What did they say about the votes?
Yeah,
I don't even listen to the mainstream media anymore.
Yeah, they're saying that Russia, they believe that Russia hacked into John Podesta's emails and basically exposed the WikiLink, the email things. Russia's behind them coming out, and that influenced the election for Donald Trump. They actually talked to the guy that owns WikiLeaks, and he said absolutely his sources did not come from Russia. He said his sources came from inside America, and that's the guy that owns WikiLeaks. So how they're trying to connect the two, you know, to say that Russia was behind why Donald Trump won, that's just ridiculous. Donald Trump won because he was a candidate.
Well, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you what. Russia has an ally over here,
yes.
And that ally told WikiLeaks, that ally from the Russian government, and here relayed that message to another ally, and that other ally gave it to Wikipedia. So Wikipedia is right, but he's wrong, you know, and that's, you know, it is unbelievable how these people playing everyone to their convenience, you know. It is, I believe that I don't care if it's Wikipedia if it's WikiLeaks, or if you have a leak in your faucet. I don't care. If you don't put them in the email, people cannot read that email. You know,
Absolutely.
paper stay. You can say anything you want and then you can deny it. I didn't say that unless you've been recording. Unless you've been recording. But if you write it, that's why I'm very careful every week when I write something that I can sustain. I want something that I can, I told you the story about that lady. Oh, he wrote bad about me. No, I didn't wrote bad about you. I wrote good about you. I just say that those lawyers was using you to help a crook judge. You was running a clean election and they trying to raise money. The lady was running against Judge Doug Smith. Doug Smith is a judge that at that time had more than 99 reversals in the Supreme Court. He's crook, he's a liar, he's dirty, he's everything that is negative. Two lawyers in this town, I'm not going to use the name because what's the difference now? Doug Smith won the election anyway. They did a fundraising for Doug Smith. They knew that nobody was going to go, so they grabbed this young lady. Then it has a clean record. Is a very well liked, very well respected. They put them together with Doug Smith. We're going to do a fundraising for you and Doug Smith. And I told them, I said, they use you. You have a good reputation. You have the respect of the community, the respect of your fellow attorneys. Why do you allow them to put you in the same stage with a crook judge? And there was another judge listening to the conversation, and he went like that. Yeah, he is right. He is right. I guess the judge knows that the other judge is dirty, but he can say nothing because that would be, what do you call that? That would be violating the rights of the other judge.
Right.
That would be ridiculous. Then he is going to accept the fact that the other judge is crooked. And that's what it is. Otherwise, I'm very careful what I write.
Yes.
I'm very careful that I don't have to retract. And I tell people when they call, I want a retraction, I say, we don't do retractions. I'm sorry, we don't do retract. You want to put your side of the story? We give you the space to give you the side of the story. But I will not retract or anything, because before I put anything in the paper, I make sure that it is confirmed, it is verified, and I am sure that everything is the truth and nothing but the truth. I don't do that. I don't believe that you need to retract if you tell the truth. One time I got sued, and I can prove that was not intentional. And in order to be sued, they have to prove intentional malice. And unfortunately, my poor English language, I was trying to write in the past, and I wrote in the present. Okay, I got proof that the guy was an alcoholic, that the guy was a spouse abuser. And I got all the proof to prove that he was not fit to be a judge. But unfortunately, I put it in a present time instead of the past.
Right.
Because my English, that's why now I don't put anything in the paper, then it doesn't go to two editors. two editors. And why are you looking at me that way? I got two editors beside me. You know, I got Maramis and I got another one that it is classified confidential, so nobody can get to him and tell him, hey, do this wrong so he looks bad. Because it happened before too. It happened. I've been through everything. Everything bad I've been through. Believe me. People tell me stories thinking that I'm going to run with the story, and then I check it and it was not true. You know, and then, you going to print the story? No, because you told me something that is not true. Oh, it is true. Well, fine, then you print it in your own paper, not in my paper.
That's right.
You know, that's the way it is. You know, it is 5 o'clock. I can't believe that. Nobody has put a battery in that clock. Nobody. I don't know why we have editors and producers. I don't know why. You know, it's, look at that, it's raining already.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It was sunny and raining outside.
Yeah. Yeah. See? You have to look. You have to prove that I'm telling the truth. And that's what everybody should do. You know?
That's right.
What do you call that? Fact check? Fact check?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or check fact?
Fact check.
Fact check. Fact check. You know, I don't know. Me and my poor English, what can I tell you? You know, that guy yesterday was kind of interested in what's his name? What's his name, producer?
Andy
Laporte.
Laporte.
Yeah, he was interested.
He was interesting.
You know, he did a pretty good job proving his facts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's supposed to be listening to us today, so, you know, I can't say nothing bad about him. He's listening, you know. I'm a hypocrite. So, anyway, what else?
I was watching a little of Las Vegas, the city council meetings, and I guess they are very proud of themselves because I'm sure you know about the mayor's energy plan, and they are really trying to take us into, you know, trying to loosen the burden on the electrical system. So they're getting 2 megawatts from Hoover Dam of renewable energy and 100 megawatts from Boulder City. It's like a solar panel program that.
Oh, I read that. Yeah.
So they're really and it's going to help the climate, of course, also. So, you know, she had a big council meeting about that, and the mayor was very proud about that. So, you know, I don't know if that would affect our energy bills at all. You know, I don't know if they're going to go up or down, but they're trying to find ways to use other sources of energy and help the environment at the same time.
Oh, I'm sure that
the better energy was there.
I'm sure that the other energy is going to be there.
I knew to bring that up.
Oh,
they were there.
I'm sure that Tony Sanchez and Chelsea Campbell and all these people are going to be there. Babysitting the mayor and the city council and making sure that they don't gonna lose anything. Look at what they did with the solar panel. You know, they was against solar panel. As soon as somebody brought the solar panel, they went into the solar panel, into the solar business too. You know, that's what it is. Those are the biggest crooks in the world. The biggest one. And my name is Rolando. I said that. It wasn't the Radio Tribune. It wasn't Chris. It wasn't the producer. I forgot her name. You know, I should say her name so she can be blamed for it. You know, and that's all she do. Eat all the time.
She's actually very proud of herself. Beautiful producer Cian, because she actually lost weight.
She did.
And I've been noticing that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think maybe she's getting the modeling
Well, you know what it is.
Yeah.
If you keep losing the weight, you might lose your husband. You know.
That's what she's trying to
No. Is that what you want? Oh, really? Oh, no, she couldn't do that.
She was very proud of herself. She lost 15 pounds.
How?
Yeah.
I wanted to lose 15 pounds. How? Can you talk English?
She has a bad tooth, she said.
Oh, she got a bad tooth. Oh.
She has to eat softer foods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So she said that's it.
Wow. I want to lose 20 pounds. I'd be happy with losing 20 pounds. Yeah.
I gained 10 pounds. So.
Really? So that's her fault, right?
I mean, her food.
Yeah. And then the first thing she do when I walk in, want toast? You want this? You want that? I don't want anything. I want to starve to death. I lost a little bit of my belly.
Good.
You know.
Yeah, you do look fat.
Yeah. Not much, but, you know. And what are we doing with the radio? Are we going to be doing something with that FM?
I don't know. I know the people have been trying to, we've been promoting it and saying that there's a possibility. The public will just have to stay tuned because we haven't made a decision on whether we're going to join 97.9. It is a public radio station, and so we have some differences of opinion. We're negotiating right now, but I think it's very difficult. I think that there's so many loops you have to jump through, Rolando, when you are a public broadcasting radio station compared to being, privately owned like you. Because here we speak our opinion on Radio Tribune. That's what our show is all about. And we don't believe in being politically correct, and we absolutely are a for-profit organization. So we got some differences we'd have to work out. We really have to sit down and work something out. I would love to still do it because it would help us grow the radio station here, and maybe if we could figure out some kind of way where...
well, you know, what happened is we need to do that in order to open another venue where people can listen to us while they drive it.
Yes.
Maybe in a couple of years we're going to have internet access in the cars.
Yes.
Actually, there are some cars already have new cars have the internet. But in a couple of years, I remember in the 60s, I can remember 61, 62, somewhere around there, I started a radio show on the FM station, and people used to say, FM! You know, like, wow, why FM? Who's going to listen to FM? And then every car in the whole world has FM radio station.
That's right.
You know, and I guess I was one of the first ones to use it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's...
I actually believe us streaming live and being on YouTube are the waves of the future anyway. Most radio stations are going to be streamed over the internet. I think that's the direction things are going on. I think that regular radio like that is becoming a dinosaur, almost like the paper newspaper.
Well,
it's another venue for us to get our, the radio station out, but I just think we have to be a little careful because they do have so many laws and restrictions, about
where? In the internet?
No, about being on a public
oh yeah,
station. There's so many things.
You have to watch what you say. You
Yeah.
cannot say bad words, Not that we don't use bad words that much.
Yeah.
Once in a while, but I mean, not everybody is lucky to have a producer working for you 28 hours a day, because I don't see my stuff in the radio, and the what do you call it, in Google, what do you call it, in the internet. I see you all the time, you. But not me, you put little Cuban Red with me, God, I gotta find me a producer that is in love with me. You know, maybe I can find somebody that, you know, right? Right or wrong? Am I right or you wrong?
What do you think Trump's going to do, Rolando, about his? They are really. I mean, I was worried about this a little bit too about his business situation. About how is he going to leave his businesses to his kids and stuff? What do you think he's going to do with that?
What do you think would have happened if Hillary Clinton would have won the election? Would she get away from the Clinton Foundation?
No.
Okay, so what's the difference? The guy said he's not going to be doing any new business while he's the president. He's saying more than anybody else has said. You know, that's simple as that. So what? Everybody take advantage of the opportunity. You know, why people gonna go to his hotel because he's the president? They don't even gonna see the president. They don't even gonna talk to the president. What's the big deal because they wanted to stay in a Trump hotel? You know, I don't understand the stupidity of some people, you know, and then they put it on the air and they put them on print, you know, criticizing the guy because, you know, I'm sure that the kids are very happy. They've taken over, you know, hey, forget about the old man now. We are going to run this stuff the way we want it. You know, and they are very intelligent kids.
Yes, they are.
You know, so that's not something that it will be anything wrong with that. I don't see. Do you see that? Well, you're gonna book 100 rooms because a Czechoslovakian travel agent want to come and say the president. People are not gonna see the president. As soon as they get situated and they get normalized, they're gonna stay in the White House like the Clinton and the Bushes and the Reagans. You don't see those people anymore once they become presidents. You know, it's not even Carter in the peanut farm, you know. And I don't understand why people have to make such a big deal out of it. But they don't make a big deal about Harry Reid putting his nose where it don't belong.
Is he really going to retire?
No, he's not going to retire. Did you read my column this week? You know, good night, Harry. Good night. I'm going to stay up. I'm going to be here for a while more. Damn, I got to be careful what I write because if anything happened to that dirty old man, they're going to blame me for it, you know. But and it's so funny because everybody wrote the same thing. Don Mitchell wrote the same thing. Jen Ann Morrison at the Review Journal wrote the same thing. You know, that's enough Harry for now. I don't know what he's going to do.
I don't either.
He has to realize that he's an old little man, a little old man. They need to sit there, maybe play some golf. I don't know if he's good playing golf or not. And sit in the jacuzzi for a while, and that's it.
Yeah.
I hope that the people start forgetting about him. Because sometimes it's not his fault. People go to him. Harry, what do you think? Harry, what do you think? What do you see this? You know, and then they go and say, Harry Reid said that. Well, Harry Reid respond to your question, but, you know.
Have you heard back from the guest that we had on, worked for the Clark County schools, and they weren't allowing him?
Oh, Kevin Sharp. Well, they still trying to. He's a very open guy. He tell what he thinks, and they don't want him to ask questions, and that's what it is. He is interrupting the routine that they already have, and that's why they wanted to. He go to the schools and he asked questions. He wanted to know. That's his job. That's his job as a trustee. He need to ask questions, but they don't want him to ask questions because it made them look bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I liked him. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Good guy, and believe me, he tried to get in for about 10 years. He's been trying to. You think he's gonna do anything right now that it will jeopardize? I don't think so, but they do because they try to get him out of there, and the people that know him need to start doing something to make sure that he stay on. People that know that he's an honest guy, he has his problems, his wife commits suicide. People don't see how those things can affect a human being. I don't know how it was, but assuming he opened the door, walked in, and found his wife dead. I don't know how it was. I didn't ask him because I believe that it doesn't make any difference one way or the other one. I believe then that's his personal life. It's nobody's business how his wife died. Unless he killed her, that's a different story. But I don't see it to be an issue.
Yeah.
Do you?
No.
I know people have rights. They have the right to get involved in somebody else's life, and they have the right to break somebody's rights.
It's not our imagination, Rolando, and you was right. You were speaking about it earlier. Why does it seem like they're giving illegals more rights and more advantages than they're giving the citizens of the United States of America? What are they doing? Why do you think they're doing that?
Because they want to destroy this country. That's all. None of the stuff that they are bitching about, complaining about, crying about, it makes sense. Every country has borders. Every country has rules. Every country has immigration laws. Then the people have to follow. People have to respect.
Yes.
Why we have to be the ones that don't have borders, don't have laws, don't have this, don't have that? Why? It doesn't make any difference. Now I got a guy that is going to be here on January 19. He's a very interesting guy. I'm not going to say what his name is. But he's going to be talking about the influence. Are you familiar with El Chapo Guzman?
Yeah.
He is coming to Las Vegas because he wants to write a story about the influence that the Chapo Guzman has in Las Vegas.
Oh, wow.
He's going to be here on the 19th. He's going to be in the radio show. And if you want to, we can have him continue to your show.
Yes.
Because I don't think we can use 1 hour.
Oh.
1 hour is not enough time for.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. He is. And most of these bad people really are not that bad.
No. No.
They're really not.
No.
I remember John Gotti in New York. He did a lot of good things for the kids in his neighborhood. He helped a lot of people. He paid a lot of rent. He paid, I remember, John Spilotro. No, not John Spilotro, but I forgot his first name now. John is the brother. Tony Spilotro in Las Vegas. He give people the opportunity to open their own business. Now if you interfere with his business, he's gonna jump. Of course, everybody does. Try to influence, try to get involved in Harry Reid's family's build their business, and you're gonna see what happens. Talking about the mafia, and there's no more mafia than the government.
That's right.
And I believe that these people, they got their own. I seen John Gotti in New York taking kids from the street, taking back to the school because they skipped school. You cannot skip school. You have to be somebody. You have to learn. You have to be able to read and write in order for nobody to take advantage of you. It's true.
That's right.
It is true. But everything is, whatever anybody else do or say, then it can be controversial. They use it against them. It's my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, the guy is coming. He's gonna be here for an hour, and if you like to, he can be in your radio show.
Oh.
He's gonna talk about the influence that Chapo Guzman has in Las Vegas, and the capital of the entertainment of the world. The entertainment capital of the world, the gaming capital.
Can you imagine having that kind of power, Rolando? I mean, this guy. Wow. I wonder if he was bigger than who was the guy from Colombia? What was his name?
Escobar?
Yeah, you think he was bigger than Escobar?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Wow.
And first of all, look at the money he had, and look at the money that Pablo had, Escobar. It's a lot of different.
Do you think Escobar was more dangerous than El Chapo, though? Because he killed a lot of political people, a lot of people in government.
Well,
Escobar.
Chris, let me tell you, unfortunately, some people don't like to be taken advantage of. The guy was going to run for office. I don't know what, the mayor or council or congressman, whatever it was. And they almost forced him out. Okay, you want me out? Okay, now I'm going to go back. And he started doing whatever he thought it was the right thing to do for those people to force him out. He would have won. He would have won if he would have been allowed to run for Congress. Mm-hmm. He would have won. Mm-hmm. Because people like those kind of people.
Yes, they do.
They like those kind of what do you call it? Daring, I guess that's the word.
And they do a lot for their communities and their towns.
They do.
He built soccer fields and schools and houses, and El Chapo did too. And they gave clothes away, food away.
Chapo Guzman built the church in the town,
yes.
And at least he was lucky. He was lucky because when the feds went there to look for him, they didn't let the feds go into the town. We don't know if he was there or not. All I know is they could not find anything in there. Nobody cooperated. Nobody, not even the regular, what do you call it, regular snitch in the town, Nobody opened him out. Why? Because Chapo did build churches.
That's right.
He built schools.
That's right.
He built a lot of things. He wasn't. I don't see that much difference between some of those millionaires in here. I'm not going to mention anybody because they liable to sue me for, But I don't see that much of a difference between.
You're right. Yeah.
They just business people.
That's it.
That's all it is.
That's it.
I don't know.
There are a lot of white collar crimes that do a lot worse. Look at the money Bernie Madoff stole from people. Stole their dreams, stole their retirement money.
Madoff,
yeah. Guy from New York. I mean, he stole billions of dollars from people's retirement, and he's living in the country clubs right now. I mean, it's just, I don't know.
Did his wife die?
No.
But she's not in jail, right?
No, she's not. No, she's still living in a penthouse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good for her.
Oh, yeah.
Good for her.
That's right. Oh, she's still doing okay.
See, it bothers me to see Harvey Reid living in a penthouse. You know why it bothers me? You know why?
Why?
Because that comes from people's money.
That's right.
It don't come from his money.
That's right.
Yeah.
The
penthouse costs more money than he makes in salary all year round.
Absolutely.
What's his salary? 190 or something like that?
Down there,
Yeah. And the penthouse, I think it was $3,000 a week. So it's about the same.
Yeah. We're paying for that.
Yeah. It bothers me. It's like when the county manager was given a raise in his salary. I complain about it. I bitch about it. When he moved to the university for more money, I complain about it. When he moved to Harris Casino and they give him $500,000 a year, that's their problem. That's a private enterprise. I don't care. I don't think anybody is worth $500,000. I don't care how intelligent you are. I don't care. I think the stockholders and the investors deserve a little bit more. How much $500,000 for one single man? I assume it will be plus expenses,
Right.
plus this, plus that, plus gas, plus car, plus everything, And but I don't care if you are in a private business and you want to pay people $2 million a year. That's your money. That's your risk. You need to answer to your stockholders. You need to respond to the people who put money in your company, and that's why I don't even bother with Steve Wynn anymore, because that's his company. He owns 100% of the company. He do right, he do wrong. It's not anybody's business.
Right.
It's only going to help him or destroy him.
That's right.
But when you do it for the government should be a little more respectful of the people who put the money to pay those salaries.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely right.
That's the only thing that bothers me. When people, hi, how are you? Nice seeing you. What is it? Like that or like that? Like that. Oh, okay. Very good. She's playing Pac-Man. You know what Pac-Man is?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
You know what Pac-Man is, Miss Producer?
Mm-hmm.
Really? I thought you weren't that old.
She heard about it.
I am old.
She heard about it. Yes.
Yeah, I was good at Pac-Man.
Yeah, I used to love Pac-Man.
Yeah?
Yeah. That's back in the old arcade days, remember?
I never went to arcade, but I got a good Pac-Man in my house. And we used to make contests.
What did you have, the Atari system, or which you remember?
No.
Television or Atari, the old video games.
Yeah, I don't remember what, I don't know the names. I don't even know what I got in my computer nowadays. I have to depend on somebody to get me, to tell me what I got in my computer. And now, when my computer is not working, they don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. I don't know why you cannot get into this program. She knows why. She knows why.
She controls our life, Rolando. That's what it is. She controls our life. That's what it is.
Yeah. She's a dictator.
She is. She is.
What are you guys doing this weekend?
Nothing. If you want to come over, come over. Put on a warm coat. Come on.
I'm going to bring my meat coat.
There you go. You heard it here on the radio. That's an open invitation. Come on over. Yeah, we're not going to do nothing. I'm going to lay in bed all weekend. That's it.
Really?
Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to lay in bed and stand
Well,
maybe I'll write something.
They're not going to be bothering you now. You're going to be laying in bed.
You can never bother me.
I
might write something.
Get some eggnog.
Get some eggnog? Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, it's gonna be.
You like eggnog?
Yes.
I love it. It's so funny.
It's good though.
So funny.
Oh,
Every time Christmas comes, I gain 5-10 pounds.
Yes.
Pretty soon I'm going to look like the producer.
She's losing weight.
Huh?
She's losing weight.
Yeah, she's losing. That's what I said. I gotta look like her. It's unbelievable.
Her hair looks nice today, don't it? Her hair looks good.
I hear some lady, and we only got 2 minutes left, I think. 3? Okay. I hear Julie, I can't pronounce her last name, on Fox News, and she is a liberal. She definitely is a liberal. And she said today, I am a liberal, I'm not a Christian, but I love the idea that we are able to say Merry Christmas again.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, she really surprised me when she said that.
Yeah.
I'm a liberal. I'm not a Christian, but I do like the idea of being able to say Merry Christmas, and everyone else in the show that is not liberal said Merry Christmas back to her.
That's right.
I mean, she got 20 points in her favor with me today.
Yes.
And I don't know, I don't like her because she used to be, I think she was for Bernie Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
She's a socialist.
Mm-hmm.
But they keep her there because they have to make it, they have to balance.
At least Fox tries to have to.
Yeah. It's not like a CNN
oh my God.
or a CNBC or.
Yeah, it's brutal. I can't even watch that. Yeah, it's.
Really?
Oh God. Yeah, it's bad. Bad.
Why?
Bad. Because they're so liberal, they're so biased, and they just go after Trump with the most ridiculous things.
And you know what is sad? The people that agree with those people don't see the difference.
No, they don't.
They don't see when you allow somebody that it doesn't agree with you to express their opinion.
Absolutely, Rolando. Absolutely.
And it should not be that way. You should be able to express your opinion even if you like, even if I agree or not,
That's right. That's right. Absolutely.
So I guess we got to the end of the
End of the show, another day, and thank you for watching Face the Tribune with the legendary Rolando LaRosse. I am your co-host, Chris Garcia, once again. We are off this weekend. We will be back Monday, 12 to 1 Pacific time. And you can listen to us live streaming on radiotribune.com, and we will be up on YouTube later. Thank you for listening. God bless America. God bless our troops all over the world. And Godspeed to President-elect Donald Trump. See you Monday.